I know you probably were not expecting this, but hell yeah, picture-in-picture narration, my very first one. Anyway, hey guys, it's Experience Share here today on Valentine's Day, because why not? It's a very cool day to try out new things. And yeah, I had well, as you can clearly see, I'm gonna do a Noobers match. And I had a previously recorded game which was supposed to be the introduction of this team, but I thought, well, why not? I'm already on Valentine's Day. I'm doing a picture-in-picture, so why not bring my Uber's team, which I've been talking about lately. My team is composed of a tank Dialga. It has a lot of HP, a lot of special defense, it's a modest nature, and has a little bit of special attack. Stealth Rock's Roar, Draco Meteor, and Fire Blast for power. I really don't like Dragon Pulse and Flamethrower, especially on Dialga, because it's meant to hit hard and then phase stuff out. Then I've got a Choice Banded Groudon, which, oh my god, I love this thing. Then I've got a Standard Fortress with Toxic Spikes, with Toxic over Toxic Spikes, because I like to cripple Giratina Origin Form and Arceus Ghost on the switch in, and I do not want to wait for them to switch out and come back in again, predicting my Rapid Spin. I like to cripple them straight away. Then I've got a max HP, max attack, hobo sort of thing. I think it has a little bit of special defense or speed, I'm not sure. Then I've got an offensive P Volarias with Calm Mind, Dragon Pulse, Psyshock, and Roost. And then I've got an Arceus Ghost with Flamethrower over Focus Blast. Now, looking at his team, he's got a Sun Offense team with Groudon, Reshiram, Ho-Oh, Espeon, Latias, and Arceus. I don't know what type it is, but looking at the team structure, it's definitely either an Extreme Killer or a Arceus Ghost to prevent Rapid Spin. But since he already has his Espeon, I'm more inclined to the Arceus normal, therefore I'm gonna assume that straight away. Looking at leads though, I always thought he was gonna lead off with Groudon because his team benefits more from the sun than mine does, so I thought getting the weather on his side was beneficial. Therefore, I decided to lead off with my Latias to threaten it with the +1 Dragon Pulse, and yeah, let's go for it. So he does lead off with his Groudon as I lead off with my Latias. I'm gonna go for a Dragon Pulse. Do not want to play any games with this Groudon because it can set up rocks, can go for Stone Edge on my Ho-Oh. I do not want that shit to happen. I'm gonna go for a second Dragon Pulse. I sort of predicted the switch to Ho-Oh, but I really do not want to risk not killing with a Psyshock. As you can see, there's 48 to the Ho-Oh, and since he's roosting, I see no item. I'm gonna assume he's a Life Orb. So I'm gonna call mine on the switch because Ho-Oh cannot do too much to me, and I'm gonna go for a Dragon Pulse on the Latias, which does 90%, as I know I can take a Draco Meteor because I'm a +1. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to roost up as he goes for a second Draco Meteor. Really, I don't know why. Maybe he didn't think I had Recover. And I'm gonna go for another Dragon Pulse as he switches to Arceus. And I don't see leftovers, so it's either the Life Orb or Silk Scarf. But he goes for an Extreme Speed. I thought I could live it, but apparently I died. So yeah, that was kind of bad, losing my Latias very early in the game. Anyway, I'm gonna send in my Fortress to get the Rapid Spin because I definitely do not want the Stealth Rocks up. And I know he's gonna switch to Espeon. Espeon cannot do anything to my Ho-Oh, so I'm gonna switch. Wow. I'm gonna switch into my Ho-Oh in this turn as he goes for an HP Fire. Yeah. So in this turn, I'm gonna go for a Substitute because I know he cannot do anything to me, and he sends in his Reshiram to threaten me with something. I don't even know what, but I'm gonna go for a Brave Bird because I do not want to waste a good sub. And he goes for a Stone Edge. This was kind of weird. So I thought maybe he's some sort of physical Reshiram because I don't see Life Orb, I don't see anything. So maybe Scarf. I don't even know. So I'm gonna switch to my Dialga to take it. The Stone Edge he misses, didn't really come into play whatsoever. And then he goes for Blue Flare as I predicted the switch and went for a Fire Blast. So yeah, I don't know what the deal was with Stone Edge. Maybe it's just meant to hit Ho-Oh, I'm not sure. But regardless, he takes me out with a Dragon Pulse. Now I can go to my Arceus Ghost and set up a little bit on this thing. I'm going to go to +1 with the Calm Mind as he's going to go for a Blue Flare. It does a little bit, it does 53%, and I know a Judgment will kill this thing off. I do not want to play any games because Dialga was my Stealth Rock setupper and it's now dead. He sends in Ho-Oh. Now that Latias is gone, this is a little bit of a problem, so I'm gonna need to fodder off my Fortress, and this means I don't have hazards for the rest of the game. I really have to fodder it off because I need a safe switch into Groudon, And I'm gonna go for a Stone Edge as Espen comes in and just straight up dies because this is fucking Choice Banded Groudon, oh my lord. He sends in Latias next, which I found a little bit weird, but I'm getting into my Ho-Oh because then again I walled for days. As he goes for Roost, gets up to a respectable amount, and at this point I think I go for a Sacred Fire, predicting the switch to Groudon or just get a burn that Latias. Sends in Ho-Oh. I know I can take one hit and I know he's faster because his life orb as he shows me right here. So I knew that if I were to strike after him, I would have taken him out with a Brave Bird, and that's exactly what happens. Now he's gonna send in his Arceus to kill me off, but I'm gonna switch into my Groudon, and judging by this damage, I think he's a Choice Banded Arceus normal. I know I'm not invested in defense, but still, it's a Groudon with max HP. What? Anyway, I predicted the switch to Latias because if you went to Groudon, it's whatever. So now I'm gonna go into Ho-Oh, predicting the Stealth Rocks because in before Rocks thing, and I thought he was a little bit slower of a Groudon set, but apparently he's not. He outspeeds me and goes for Stone Edge and kills me. I didn't see this one coming, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, I know a neutral Judgment is not gonna kill, and I don't know if this thing has Roar or Thunder Wave. So my plan is I'm gonna assume he has Roar because if he had Thunder Wave, he probably would have used it against my Latias, and I'm gonna go for a Fire Punch to weaken this Groudon a little bit more. I do not want lock myself into Earthquake to lure his Latias in, and knowing that he's a bulky Groudon, I'm gonna go into my Arceus, and this is my golden opportunity to try and set up a little bit. So I'm gonna go for a Recover, and I'm gonna gauge damage, and he does 30% with the Earthquake. This is just beautiful. This means I can set up all day, every day on this Groudon. I'm gonna go to +1, and I know I'm probably gonna need either one boost or two boosts in order to take out Arceus with a flamethrower. I'm not gonna risk not killing it, so I'm just gonna recover a little bit more. Risk getting a crit because I know a crit would not take me out because crit does about 60%. And for this reason, I'm gonna try and get up a second Calm Mind, I think, right here. Oh, never mind. I just go to +1 because I probably thought I'll be able to kill. Never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna take this Arceus out with a flamethrower. Luckily, I do kill it off, and Latias is gonna come in to die to a Judgment. So, what was probably a bad situation for me, 3 versus 1, actually came out pretty decently because my Arceus Ghost is a badass mofo. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Don't forget to leave a little feedback about the PIP narration. I'm really trying hard to look at the camera and not the screen because my camera is right over here, as you can see, but then my computer screen is around here, so there's a little bit of difference, and I try to look to the camera and sort of memorize the battle. Not memorize because I don't do that, I just play the replay and go along with it, but I think it turned out pretty well. So if you want to see more of me doing PIP narrations, be sure to leave a like and some feedback, please. So I'll see you later. Peace and love for Valentine's Day. Later.